The boy was just sitting in front of his house when something happened that would change his life forever. Two luxury cars suddenly appeared in front of him. The drivers began arguing over a parking spot. The driver of the red car even got out with a baseball bat and started smashing the windshield of the black car. Suddenly, a gunshot rang out. The man collapsed to the ground, and then a few more shots were fired into him. It turned out they were well-known gangsters in the area. Just as the boy was trying to make sense of the situation, his father appeared out of nowhere and pulled him inside the house. The police arrived quickly after hearing the gunshots. When they learned that Jack was the first eyewitness, they asked him to identify the killer. All the suspects were already lined up against the wall. As Jack went down the line, identifying one person after another, he eventually reached the last suspect. Looking at the real killer in front of him, Jack knew that if he pointed the man out, his family would inevitably be dragged into this mess. After thinking it over carefully, Jack said that this man wasn't the one. The police had no choice but to let the suspects go. Life quickly returned to normal. Every time Jack encountered Mike would greet him and thank him for what had happened before. Then one day, one of Mike's men found Jack's father and told him that to repay the life-saving favor, all his father had to do was deliver a letter for the gang every day, and he would receive $150 a week. Given how tempting the offer was, Jack's father unexpectedly turned it down. He knew all too well that once you got involved with the Mafia, it would only lead to trouble. One day, a heavy-set man approached Jack and took him to see Mike. After a brief introduction, Mike became very interested in the young boy. From that day on, Jack started helping out at the bar. Every day, he received a lot of tips. Mike's fondness for Jack grew, and before Jack left, Mike even gave him a generous tip. However, the next day, when Jack got home, his father confronted him with a pile of money and asked how he had earned it. His father didn't believe that a 9-year-old could make $600. Jack had no choice but to admit that it came from working at the bar. His father was furious. He didn't want his son to get involved with the Mafia, so he immediately took Jack to the bar. Facing the ruthless Mafia boss, his father didn't back down. Instead, he warned Mike to stay away from his son. To his surprise, Mike stood up at once after hearing the threat.